Have you ever stopped to think about what's really inside the medicine you take? Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain on a hidden giant in the pharmaceutical world, a company whose science is almost certainly sitting in your medicine cabinet right now. Let's dive into Divis Laboratories.
You know, every time you take a pill, there's kind of this unseen artist at work, a master chemist, a precision manufacturer. Because, yep, behind every single medicine, there's a master ingredient maker.
So, who is his master maker pulling the strings behind the scenes? And more importantly, why is their story so critical for the future of global health? Let's find out. All right, it's time to meet this unseen ingredient giant. Let's talk about Divis Laboratories. Now, this isn't just any company we're talking about. Divis Laboratories is one of the top 3 manufacturers on the entire planet for the active ingredients that make medicines work. They are a true global leader that you've probably never heard of. Well, until now. So I've been saying active ingredients, but in the pharma world, there is a specific term you gotta know: API. Seriously, understanding what an API is the key to understanding Divi's entire business. So let's break it down. In API, that's active pharmaceutical ingredient, is basically the star of the show. It's the one single component in any drug that's actually doing the work. You know, whether it's crushing a headache or fighting off an infection. It is the active part. This is actually a perfect way to think about it. Imagine a bakery. The big pharma brands you know and recognize, they're the bakers. They put it all together, bake the cake, and put it in a nice box for you. But Divi's? Oh, they're the master chefs. They're the ones perfecting the most important ingredients: the flour, the sugar, the APIs. Without their genius, the final cake just wouldn't work. So how on earth did Divi's become this master chef for the entire world? What exactly is their secret sauce? What makes them a global leader? Well, first, let's just talk about the sheer scale of this operation. It all started in India back in 1990. Today, Divi's has 3 mega manufacturing facilities, a team of over 18,000 people, and they've got customers in over 100 countries. This is a true global powerhouse. Now, this is where we really get into that secret sauce. It's not just one thing, it's this powerful combination. Their massive scale gives them huge cost advantages. They're obsessed with innovation, especially in green chemistry, which puts them way ahead of the competition. They control their own supply chain, meaning they make the ingredients they need to make the final ingredients. That's why the biggest names in pharma have trusted them for over 20 years. And they do all of this with a real focus on sustainability.
That's a great story, sure, but does it actually make money? Come on, let's look at the numbers and see how this all adds up to a true financial powerhouse.
Let's start at the top. For the 2025 financial year, Divi's pulled in a total income of over 9,500 crores. To put that in perspective for you, that is well over $1 billion US, just a massive, massive number. And the profit? Well, from that massive income, they cleared a net profit of over 2,200 crores. So yeah, this isn't just a big company, it is a highly profitable one. And hey, remember that whole global reach thing? This chart says it all. A staggering 88% of their money comes from exports. That means they are a deeply, deeply essential part of the worldwide pharmaceutical supply chain. And now for what might be the most incredible number of all. Their total debt? It's 0. Yep, zilch, nada. For a company this big, in an industry this expensive, having 0 debt is almost unheard of. It just speaks volumes about their discipline and their long-term stability. And believe me, this is not a company that's just sitting back and relaxing. Just look at their latest results. Revenue jumped 17%. That's great. But net profit surged 35%. That's extraordinary. It tells you they're not just selling more, they're getting more efficient and more profitable as they do it. This company is firing on all cylinders. Okay, so we've seen the business, we've seen the strengths, we've seen the incredible financials. But let's zoom out for a second. Why does a company like Divi's really matter in the grand scheme of things? What's the big picture here? So what is the Divis difference? It's this super rare combination of things. You've got this immense global impact, but they're also a trusted partner that never competes with its own clients. They are completely science-driven, always innovating, and yet they're built on this rock-solid, stable foundation of 0 debt. On top of all that, they're a good citizen, caring for their people and the planet. It's the whole package. And that leaves us with one final big question to think about. In a world that seems more and more volatile, more uncertain every day, Could a company like this, one that is fundamentally making the core ingredients for global health with zero debt and the trust of an entire industry, could that be one of the most resilient and enduring businesses of our time? It's definitely something to think about.